Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Busters Taste Challenge for Thursday morning, February, what is it, 17th, 2022, during carnival time. All right, 40 Creek Premium Barrel Select Canadian Whiskey. Company founded in 1992, but the whiskeys didn't start hitting the market till the year 2000 because it took time to get them going, have them aged and blended and everything and bottled. But so it's been around 22 years. Founded by John Hall. He sold the company to Campari, and Campari Canada makes it. And Campari owns a lot of liquor companies if you check their website out. So big Italian company. All right. Competitor. Caliber Premium Canadian Whiskey. Introduced in 2004. There's the crown for Queen Elizabeth, Queen of Canada. There's the maple leafs that you always see. Canadian national leaf. And it says a smooth and mellow blend from our master distillers. Canadian whiskey with natural flavors, which is the norm, actually. Canadian whiskeys tend to have natural flavors added, such as rum, brandy, even bourbon from the USA, and any sort of wine. Any sort of wine can be added as long as it is aged in small wood. All right, so who's going to win? Well, I thought yesterday it was going to be a sure shot. Or the day before yesterday. I said, well, there's no way Canadian Hunters got a chance. But I was wrong, and I was overconfident, and I just screwed up. Now, will it happen today? I don't know. Now, Caliber, you can get it at Walmart usually. This big jug bottle, the handle they call it because it got a handle in the back, 1,750 milliliter bottle, will cost you $10.96. Or you can get the regular size bottle, plastic, no glass. Caliber liqueurs are in glass. They're like the triple sec and the bourbon cream or whatever. Those are in glass. I've seen that. But the gin, the vodka, the Canadian whiskey, the rum, and so forth is in the plastic. But you can get the 750 for $5.96. Now I got this one though at Rouse's in Metairie, Louisiana. I found this at Rouse's. They had two bottles for $5. It said 2 for 10. 2 for 10. I said, that's so cheap. A handle for $5, like the cheapest price for whiskey in the history of America per ounce. So then I went to check out, and the girl was confused. Like, she had to ring it up by hand because they had the temporary sticker tag over it because it wouldn't ring up that price if they didn't do that. So she was like ringing it up 2 for $5. And I told her, I said, it's not 2 for $5. That would make it $2.50 a bottle. I said, it's 2 for 10, $5 each. And she said, oh, okay. So I paid the $10 plus tax. I got 2 bottles. I don't know how she got confused. Now, if you're a crooked type person, you could have said, oh, yeah, that's her problem. Her loss, my gain. But, there's no use to be like that. There's the Kansas City Southern Railroad, eastbound to New Orleans, 5:30 train, running a little late. Freight train. I have tags, but I don't need them. You can see the caliber is very light. Gold, just gold, amber gold. Do they add coloring? Age 3 years. They might. It's bottled in Kentucky. It's not even bottled in Canada. It's probably not sold in Canada. The 40 Creek is copper. Deep copper. Don't know the age because it's got no age statement. Some people say 8 years. I don't know. Beer Hounds, beer reviews. Hi, Ronald Ski. Hello to you, Bill Ski. Now, you got to cooperate here because I have to be able to grab things, okay? You know, you want to, I'm talking to this orange animal. Who insists on sitting on me. Oh, no, you're not going to drink whiskey. That would kill you. Well, the way you act sometimes, maybe I want you to drink it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, now, 6 months ago, hissing, biting, scratching at me, wouldn't let me go near her, touch her. But I mean, she was feral. You know, these wildcats, they had no contact with humans. And I made the mistake of domesticating her. I said, I'll train her to eat out of my hand, which I actually did. But now it's like, you know, this clingy, babyfied animal that just got to be on me at all times. If I go walking in the morning during dark, she got to walk with me like a dog, follow behind. This smells, well, it smells like corn, grits, fermented cereal grain distilled. You say, well, bourbon's made out of corn grits, so does it smell like bourbon? But yes, but not with the charred oak. You see, the bourbon, you're going to get that deep charred oak, that vanilla. You get the same corn grits aroma, which I'm not in love with. You know, a lot of people are bourbon fans. They just go hog wild for bourbon. And it's all got to be bourbon. I got a bourbon collection. I got, you know, 6 dozen bottles of all kinds, different prices. And I'm not against it. I wouldn't want people to take that the wrong way. I'm not saying, oh, bourbon, ugh. No, I'm just saying I'm not into it like a lot of other people. Because I'm straight to tasting those grits, the corn grits. And I like to eat grits with eggs or with some ham or bacon, or put some cheese on the grits, or gravy, or shrimp with grits, and in these types of things. Usually the white hominy. But I'm not, it doesn't, this seems like it tastes like that when you're drinking it. And these Canadians can be that way too now, these Canadian whiskeys. But with the flavoring added and then higher rye, typically they'll have a higher rye content, be a little more peppery, spice. But it's more similar than different, honestly. I guess I'd rather have Irish whiskey or Scotch, to tell you the truth. But, you know, we're not dealing with that right now. And those are mostly corn as well, unless it's single malt, all malt. Can you get single malt whiskeys in America? Well, sure, of course. There's no rule about that. The rules are only about what you can call it, what you have to label it. It's not, they don't care how you make it. You know, that doesn't really matter. Well, okay, so the aroma comparison and contrast comparison and contrast is very similar. So let's forget the $5 that I paid, okay? Because you're not going to find it for that. You're going to find it for $10.96 at Walmart or other stores. 40 Creek, I paid $9. Walmart had it on closeout for $9. Now, you're not going to get it for that. You're going to get it for $19.49 or more. Total Wine has it for $19.49 or more. You might pay more than that at some other store. So we really need to go with the actual price. And let's go by 750 bottles. $5.96 versus 1949. $5.96 as opposed to 1949. So the 40 Creek is going to be over $12, $13 more per bottle on average wherever you shop. $12 to $13 more per bottle. Appearance, we can't declare a winner because one is dark and one is light. I mean, it's not a good or bad thing. It's just the way they look. It's not like one looks, oh, what's wrong with this? This looks bad. It's just different. Aroma, well, ain't much happening on aroma as far as one versus the other. I think this is the 40 Creek on aroma, but I'm certainly not sure. So on appearance, Caliber wins because there's no one better versus the other, and it's $12 to $13 cheaper. On aroma, Caliber wins because, once again, there really isn't that much difference in the nose, and it's $12 to $13 cheaper. Now, this is where it gets down to it, the taste. And, of course, body and finish would be part of the tasting experience. I can't look because if I see the light, I'm going to know. Just by looking, I'm going to know which is which because of the big difference in darkness versus lightness. Now, I have to think creme brulee or burnt marshmallow because 40 Creek has that creme brulee burnt marshmallow character. But day before yesterday, when I did the Canadian Hunter versus it, I just could not pick it up. Boy, it had me so confused. Now, you might say, oh, this might have that. But they both definitely have this like sugar, honeycomb, like flavoring thing. Maybe even nut oil, like a pecan oil or almond oil, something like that. Now you might say, oh, you drank that. What's the thing? It's from New Orleans. It's called not King Carnival, King something, not King Cake, King. It's 9%, a Belgian style golden ale. It just came out. What's the name of that thing? Something King. And that thing was so strong. It seemed like it was higher than 9%. They're saying 9%. It was like, wow. But the flavor was so intense. I guess it was the intensity in 10 cities. The intensities in 10 cities because it was just like strong. You could say harsh. And that was tough. So I did the Dawn Busters, and then later I did that one. It was good. I ain't gonna say it wasn't an A. It's just so strong. You could never drink more than one a day. I mean, you say, oh, you drink too many of those, you get so drunk. Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to drink too many of those. You could drink one and tolerate it. Two, you'd be sick to your stomach. So then I did the taste challenge with the Canadian Hunter versus Caliber. So you might say, well, no, you had too much alcohol and you couldn't handle it. It was confusing you and everything. But I don't believe that was the case. No, that wasn't the case. I couldn't get it right. I hated to get it wrong, though. Okay, I got this one, though. I know. I really do know. The Caliber is so corny. You say corny? Yeah, like I was talking about the corn grits. Whoa. And it has some kind of harshness to it. I'm going to call it Caliber right now, and then we'll talk about it so I can see. I can't even see the glass. Okay. Yeah, see, that's the 40 Creek because it's so dark. And then plus it says FC on it, 40 Creek. If you look at the Walmart website, because there is no Caliber website, but Walmart has a sell sheet. It's a description. You know, they didn't write it. It's just a copy from the IWA Distilling, which means Sazerac. But they're talking about, oh, the luxurious flavors of Caliber Canadian premium Canadian whiskey. I love how they say no liquor cabinet is complete without it. No liquor cabinet. In other words, you could have some of the finest, whiskey, rye whiskey, gin, vodka, rum, tequila, mezcal in the world. But if you don't have Caliber Canadian, your liquor cabinet is not complete. You say, well, how could they make that argument? I don't know. Maybe they mean that because you wouldn't have any low end. In other words, people might say, all you got is premier stuff. Dewar's 18-year age, Johnny Walker Gold Reserve, Gold Label Reserve. All you got is these 40, 50, 60, $70 bottles. Where's the cheap stuff? Then you say, well, my liquor cabinet covers all the bases. You want a headache? Here's Caliber Canadian, $5.96 for a bottle. They say, oh, there you go. I just put a shot of Kessler in my stout and it's yummo. Well, Kessler would work for that because Kessler is the ideal blend mixing whiskey because it's certainly not ideal for sipping. No way, Jack. Or Jill. I'm not going to sit there talking about Caliber is terrible, though. That would be a lie. It's kind of like, in fact, it's a lot like Canadian Club, which Walmart has. It's going to cost you $6 more per bottle. Are you going to get $6 more of value? No, because Canadian Club tastes kind of like honeycomb cereal, and this tastes kind of like honeycomb cereal. Now, Canadian Club's aged 5 years. It used to be 6 years, but they dropped it because I had a bottle that says 6 years, age 6 years, but they dropped that. Now it doesn't have an age statement, but they say on their website, say they age at 5 years. Caliber, if that thing's aged a week longer than 3 years, I'd be shocked. For that price, it's the 3-year minimum, and that's it. 3 years and a day, just to make sure. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't exactly call it fabulous. I don't know why they're calling it premium, but everything's premium, The most horrendous beers on earth, they'll call premium. Beer 30, premium ice beer. Tastes like grape drink and smell like roofing tar. It's premium, all right. Thankfully, I haven't seen Beer 30 in the longest time. And I hope I never see that again. Okay. It's fairly smooth. It's enjoyable enough. For the price, it's the ultimate value. Now, I got to admit that. For the price, it's the most greatest value in the world. I mean, I got the handle for $5. $5. This is the truth. Deal with it. Enough of that. Caliber. Oh, go away, Caliber. I'll deal with you in 6 months. Of course, I got the Caliber rum. That's a bizarre product. Caliber Caribbean Silver Rum. Bizarre, but good, actually. It's just the most strange thing, though. 40 Creek. 40 Creek. Yeah, there's that creme brulee. There's that toasted burnt marshmallow. I like it. Is it worth $19.49? Well, I guess it is. Would I rather buy it or Crown Royal for $24? Oh, I'll just save the $3.50 and buy the 40 Creek. I wouldn't pay the extra money for Crown Royal. I'm going to let you do that. I'll just get the 40 Creek. Now, what about Crown Royal Bourbon Mash, Blender's Mash? $27. Well, maybe I would pay the extra for that one. What about Crown Royal Black? $30. Yeah, 40 Creek's nice, but it can't compete with that. No way. No way, Daddy-o. But I forgot to take my vitamin C. That keeps me healthy. Hold on a second. Oh man, but I mean, really, not too many regular Canadian whiskeys can compete against Crown Royal Black. So that's just the truth. Final assessment. 40 Creek is a better product. It's obviously aged longer. It's not as hot in the mouth. It's more mellow. It probably is aged about 7 to not, I don't know, 6 to 8 years. I don't know what it is. Seems that way. It probably has flavor added because I don't know what ingredients would it have that would make it taste like marshmallows, burnt marshmallows or creme brulee. I mean, what ingredients would make it taste like that? Unless it was some kind of flavoring added, like sweet rum, or cream sherry or something like that. You say they can't add cream sherry to Canadian whiskey. Oh no. The regulations I read said wine of any type. The only requirement was the wine had to be stored in small wood. Well, all that means is stored in a wine barrel. You couldn't. Obviously, you could take cream sherry and store it in a wine barrel because that's where it's stored 99% of the time. Now you say, but that would make the whiskey taste very strange. Exactly. And this one tastes rather strange. Creme brulee or burnt marshmallow. Get it? Okay, so nice. I don't know if I'd pay an extra $12 though. Really? Now you say, oh, you trapped yourself because you just said you'd buy the 40 Creek over the Crown Royal for $24. You'd save $3.50 and get the 40 Creek. I would do that. Then you just said you didn't know if you'd actually pay the extra 12 or 13 to get the 40 Creek. You might just settle with the Caliber. Okay. $5.96. Y'all might be just spending money profligately and have no care and don't budget, don't care about, live in debt. Don't listen to Dave Ramsey, just live your life in debt. You're all stressed out and you got lines on your face, lines on the mirror, everything. Now, that's your business. But people will tell me, oh, price should never be considered. Never, never, never. But why do you say that? Because most people have to pay for things. Most people got to pay electric bill. They got to buy food. They have to pay the car note. They have to pay for their children's school or whatever, or doctor bills. So they do have to consider price. All right. If we factor price in, Caliber is a big winner. It is an important player in this whiskey scenario. It's on the shelf all the time at Walmart. And it is not collecting dust. And people are buying it. And they've got, those big island, stud stacks, they call them the big island standalone display, always at Walmart, all the time. $10.96. That ain't sitting there collecting dust. They got to replenish it. And those $7.50 bottles, the $5.96 bottles, they're moving. So you say, well, those people got no taste. That's Louisiana people. They don't know they don't know anything about good food. Oh yeah, okay. Now, or drink. All right, okay, fine. Are they drinking it neat at room temperature, comparing it against Crown Royal Reserve? I don't think so. They're mixing it with Delaware Punch and watching Scooby Doo reruns. You know what they're doing. Oh, they're having a big party where they're playing, having a big card game tournament, and doing leisurely things. They're not making it that serious. Okay, so anyway, the winner, well, the winner depends how you look at it. Joe Biden's dentures. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you. So in this situation here, the winner is depending upon how you look at it. And this is the honest assessment. And just a pure taste challenge, you could make a very strong argument that 40 Creek Premium Barrel Select is better. And I would tend to take that side. On the other hand, when you start factoring in price and make evaluations according to that, then you could make a very strong argument that Caliber Premium Canadian whiskey is the winner, and it's really not that bad. It's got problems, it's not perfect, obviously, by any stretch of the imagination, but you could make a strong argument for it. So it's in this situation, it's sort of a balancing act and a bit of what you call trade-offs. You're gonna give here, but then you get there. So it's all about trade-offs. So I think these are very good products. Would I recommend both? I would recommend both within a certain context. I would buy both if you have an ability to have contextualize your evaluations. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind spending money. I just abhor wasting money. So for products that are similar, I shop price. Right, exactly. These are not exactly similar. There is a difference, like I said earlier. But is it a $12 to $13 difference? I don't think so. Now, does the plastic bottle add any cachet to it? No. There's nothing appealing about it, really. It looks like some commodity item, like something that they would give it at like a government store, like for their employees. Show your card and get this. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely, you say, oh no, it's got a crown. Yeah, but the whole thing just looks basic. It is basic. But then that's why it's $5.96. So yeah, you're right. Shop price with these kind of things. So I can't give a final determination because there is no final determination. It's like I said, it's all about how you assess it. Now, what's coming up tomorrow for Friday? It's going to be Canadian Gold, introduced in 1961, currently bottled in New Jersey by Laird and Company. Canadian Gold. You say that's not really that popular. Nobody ever sees that. I know that. I bought it at Total Wine and More. I got the 750 for $9.99. I could have bought the big handle, but I didn't want to take a chance, Is Canadian Gold going to beat 40 Creek? No, I don't think it's going to beat 40 Creek, but I don't think 40 Creek's going to justify the $10 extra money, $9 or $10 extra, okay? So that's my prediction. 40 Creek's going to be better in that sense, but not a whole lot better. But it's not going to justify the $9 to $10 difference. No way. So be on the lookout for Canadian Gold, extra light. They claim. I don't see what's so light about it, but they claim Canadian whiskey versus 40 Creek. And then Monday, because I already did Saturday and Sunday because of scheduling. Monday we got 40 Creek versus McAdams, introduced in 1987. It's going to be the same thing. McAdams. Same price, $9.99, something like that. It's going to be the same thing, repeated. And then we're going to close out with Gibson's Finest Rare, age 12 years. Well, that's going to be the controversial one. That's the one that sets people off, get them really angry. And I'm not trying to make anybody angry. I have to be honest, okay? So The Gibson's Finest Rare is always the controversial one. The Canadian people, they get very angry. I'm sorry, but we'll address that later. Okay, thanks everybody.